If you're like me, you use your furnaces quite often, but that also means you run through fuel quite often. But what if I told you we can make a furnace that refuels itself and automatically smelts for you? Okay, so here is how this auto smelter works. You throw in some ore, then you throw in some fuel, and then it smelts basically automatically. Now before we start, I am gonna note, you can store as much fuel as you want in this thing, as many ores as you want. There is basically infinite capacity for storing things that you want to smelt. So here's the basic gist of this thing. You have two hoppers. One goes above a furnace, the other goes into the side of the furnace. The one above is for the ore, the one to the side is for the fuel. When you put those in that hopper, it will smelt, go down to another hopper, and go into a chest. But this is just the most basic version of the auto smelter. As I just mentioned before, you can actually have infinite space for holding ores or fuel. Like for example, I could attach some chests and I could have infinite more space for putting in these blocks, or even stack it further. You could stack it up 6 chests tall, or even higher. You can literally make as much space as you want, so you'll never have to get fuel or ores again. So here's how you build this contraption. First thing is first is put down a chest for your actual smelted loot. Your iron ingots, gold ingots, whatever you're gonna smelt will end up inside of this chest. Now go to the back side of the chest and put down a hopper going into the chest, then a blast furnace above that hopper. Now here's the most simple version of this design. You put a hopper on top, hopper on the side, and bring them both up so they're level like that. Now just to be clear of which hopper is which, I'll use some item frames. So right above the furnace is for ores, and right next to the furnace is for fuel. Now for this auto smelter to work, obviously, you're gonna toss each of these blocks in each hopper. So you want to get up here. So if you're in survival mode, just use some stairs and just climb your way up here so you have access to these two hoppers. Okay, boom, we have access to these hoppers. But you might notice the chest is kind of underneath now. So here's a good tip for making your chest more usable. So what you can do is go to the hopper above the furnace, go to the side once, then go up on that side, then do the same thing on the other side. This way, we have fuel here, ores here, and the chest is visible. So we can put actually stairs in between the chests. So it's still, you know, right here, we can grab it, but we can go up the side stairs and get to the top. Now this part here is all about just designing it yourself, but here's how I usually do it. Chest in the middle, stairs at the top, I put some trap doors so we can't go over the back, and then the two hoppers up here. But honestly, forget all that stuff. Let's focus on why this thing is so cool. You can put any kind of ore in here. It can be all different kinds, and it will all stack up in this hopper and go into this furnace. Same thing with the fuel. You could use blocks of coal, you could use boats, you could use bamboo, you could use whatever, and it won't mess up, because in a normal furnace you have one spot for fuel. In this thing you have at least 5, maybe even more if you use a chest. Oh crap. I just realized I mixed up the two hoppers. As I said earlier, the one above is for the ore. The one on the side is for the fuel. Don't mess up like me. Okay, it's all fixed up. You'll see it's working, but you can also see all different kinds of fuel, all different kinds of ores, and they will all get smelted into the same chest. And finally, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but just in case you are confused, if you want to add more space for your fuel or your ores, you just put a chest above your hopper, then add that same hopper right back above the chest. So something as simple as this gives you much better storage space. And that is how it's done, guys. That is how you make an automatic smelter in Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. And if you didn't, well, get the heck off my channel while you're still here. But regardless of your feelings, make sure to like, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. So until then, goodbye.